Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder?
But now we're 3 laps, ironically enough. 3 laps away from victory for car 3.
And guys, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. This track is so difficult. It has so many bumps. The banking's different places. We wondered, could a guy like Austin Dillon dominate this race and be able to make adjustments from day to night, from high temps to low temps, to deal with the traffic? And he's been able to do it all night.
You see Richard Childress right there, the grandfather. I wonder what Mike Dillon's thinking.
He keeps getting higher and higher. He was standing down there, and now he's up on that. Pretty soon he'll be climbing that flagpole and watch us.
I just got to ask you, who do you think's more nervous? Dad, granddad, or driver? I'd almost bet that Richard is. Coming to the white flag next time.
Okay, bud, you will be coming to the white here. Just cruise, bud. No issues.
9 seconds ahead of second place. Still Kurt Busch.
So many emotions going on in that race car right now.
White flag, white flag. That's just right behind that 30. Just
No
right
green
behind.
white checker to worry about. Final lap for Austin Dillon. Earlier we saw the focus in the eyes, the concentration with this fast race car around this difficult track. He's going to bring it home.
Man, he has just done a great job tonight. Got one more corner to navigate. It's never over until it's over.
Dominant. And the first Nationwide Series win, car 3 to the checkered flag. Austin Dillon is a Nationwide Series race winner.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, bud. That's what's called dominating. And the check is on. Woo! Yeah! Awesome, guys. Good job.
Richard Childress racing.
Right there, buddy. You're the man.
Richard Childress had retired the number 3 after the passing of Dale Earnhardt. Talked about what number they were going to run.
You are.
This is big. Look at this. This is big, I'm telling you.
Yeah, to be able to win your first race like this at a tough racetrack with Cup drivers behind, take over the points lead. This is a huge night for Austin Dillon.
Talked about what number they were going to run for Austin when he came out in NASCAR's National Touring Series, in the Camping World Truck Series. Lots of different varieties, and Austin said, "For Pop-Up, I want to use number 3. And well, that was Dale's number, and Austin said, "No, that was your number." And it was his number.
The team to beat me in the grass, let's do a slide together, all of you.
I wonder if you can do that. That's far more dangerous than some of the other things guys do.
Remember when Austin won his first Camping World Truck Series race, kind of did a belly flop in the grass. It didn't look the most graceful.
That's it once. He had almost as much grip on that slide as he did with that number 3 car tonight. That's pretty cool.
Don't hurt that engine.
He's going to burn that thing down.
And he saw Finish Gucci that's been with Austin. They make a good team. Through the Truck Series, the champions there. Moved up together.
But a heck of a burnout and drove the cup to appear. And he needs to know Austin Dillon has won in Kentucky.
Outstanding. Doc?
With Danny Stockman, who overcome with emotion, Doc, see your eyes filling up with water. What does this mean to you to get the kid his first nationwide win?
I believe it's been 26 races, and it's just really emotional. I mean, this is what we do it for. Richard and Mike believed in me 3 years ago to come take this kid to a new level, and I feel like we can do it. And us together, we're just perfect. And it's taken us some time here to get used to these race cars and try to figure everything out. And the communication's getting a lot better. And I just got to thank everybody, this whole team, RCR, ECR, Chevrolet, Bass Pro Shops, Advocare, and last but not least, thank the Lord, man. This is just unbelievable.
Hey, congratulations. Go get that kid a hug.
Thank you.
Danny Stockman, he gave him his first win as a rookie 2 years ago in the Truck Series, and tonight he takes him to victory lane in the Nationwide Series. Alan?
Terrific stuff, Doc. Now, as Austin begins to roll toward victory lane, where he'll meet up with everybody else, yeah, don't leave that helmet on top of the car. He's going to get a trophy. He's going to get to celebrate. Well, as you heard on the radio a minute ago, Pop saying Dale would have been proud of that.
And he wouldn't.
The blood thinner Pradaxa may cause serious internal bleeding. The FDA is evaluating reports of serious bleeding events in patients taking Pradaxa. The manufacturer of Pradaxa linked at least 260 deaths to Pradaxa use since 2010. If you or a loved one took Pradaxa and suffered from gastrointestinal bleeding, cerebral hemorrhaging, or death, you may be eligible to receive compensation. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG to discuss your rights with an attorney. Call now for a free consultation. 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
Now at American Tire, buy 3 select Goodyear or Michelin tires and get the 4th tire free. That's right, buy 3 of these popular brand tires and get the 4th tire free. And you can save even more with manufacturer mail-in rebates. And how about $15 off regular price on air conditioning service? Save an instant $10 on an oil change, too. But hurry, these offers are only at American Tire, and they're only till June 30th.
Local, family owned, bringing you quality and value for over 50 years. That's the American way.
Nascar.com's Race Buddy is back, and now with live coverage of the NASCAR Nationwide Series. The online in-race NASCAR companion offers fans up to 8 live camera views, including multiple in-car cameras with driver audio, with full DVR capabilities, and a customizable leaderboard with real-time data. Fans can follow their favorite drivers like never before. Watch complimentary NASCAR Nationwide race coverage online with Race Buddy, only at NASCAR.com.
It was the best day. It was the best day.
We make a great pair. Progressive and the great outdoors. We make a great pair.
Right, totally. That's what I was thinking.
All kinds of vehicles, all kinds of savings. Multi-policy discounts from Progressive. Call or click today.
Clayton Kershaw leads the gritty Dodgers against David Wright and the Mets. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. Mets-Dodgers at 8 on ESPN.
Well, they started early in these days, learning how to race. When you have a passion for the sport from those early days with go-karts, still carrying Pop's number. Tonight, Richard Childress, Mike Dillon have seen grandson and son Austin Dillon become a NASCAR Nationwide Series winner in a dominating performance here at Kentucky Speedway. Number 3 back in victory lane, and a family celebration it is.
Started tonight talking about whether or not Austin Dillon would take over the Nationwide Series championship. He did that, but not only that, you dominated this race and won. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I want to start out with thanking the sponsors, Bass Pro Shops, Advocare, and Direct National. My grandfather was always stressed about having sponsorship, and we were able to get it this year, and I'm really proud to get these guys in victory lane. This is awesome. This is what we wanted. I was a domination, man. That was awesome. The car was great. Thank Danny Stockman. These guys work hard. It's so much fun to come to the track with a group of racers, and that's what they are. My spotter, Andy Houston, did a great job keeping me calm the whole race. I want to thank God. He's number one, and thank you for everything that these guys have done for me, and I'm just very excited. My brother's back at home. I want to say, hey, bro, good job last night, and great party in Welcome, North Carolina.
Was there ever any doubt, because it looked so smooth, the crew was on, Danny kept up with the track with the adjustments, it just looked so good.
He did. The last stop, I was loose the whole race. I just get looser and looser. I was really driving straight as I could, not to slip the tires, and I was kind of backsteered the whole race, but that last adjustment, he got me tight enough to fire off really good, and we knew Kurt was good, but our car was just stronger.
This 3 car has been in victory lane a lot, not this one, but the number and the paint scheme. What does it mean to you to put it back in victory lane?
It's just awesome for all these fans that support me, and I'm really enjoying driving this number 3. My grandfather's allowed me to do it, and I can't thank him enough, and just want to thank all the fans that give us support each and every weekend.
You talked about the fans, the sponsors. I think they'll all stick with him after a run like this. Austin Dillon, his first Nationwide Series win here at Kentucky.
22 years old. Grew up in racing, no other way to say it. It's all he's known, pretty much. Polite young man, really fine young man. His dad, Mike Dillon, there in the white shirt, next to Granddad, Richard Childress.
They just did a great job. That's just a great race all around.
Gotta love a first-time winner, and we've seen one tonight here at Kentucky. It's Austin Dillon, last year's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion, now in the Nationwide Series point lead.
If a phone rings at your car insurance company and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Or if a tree falls on your car and no one's around to answer your call, do you make a sound? The answer is probably yes. And like a howler monkey, unless you're calling eSurance, they have live humans on the phones to help 24/7. So you might make different sounds, like happy human sounds. eSurance, insurance for the modern world. Click or call.
How can you get a crispy restaurant tortilla bowl, but without frying it in oil, grease, and fat?
Just do what I do. Hi, Mark Gill here with the perfect tortilla pan. The fast, easy way to shape, bake, and create delicious tortilla bowls. Place any tortilla into the non-stick pan, pop it in the oven, and in just 5 minutes, perfect tortilla bowls that are always golden and crispy. Fill them with steak and peppers for a crunchy fajita bowl. Perfect Tortilla Pan's exclusive design works with all tortilla sizes, forming a deep-shaped edible bowl. Plus, it's all dishwasher safe. We'll send you not 1, but 2 for just $10. Call right this minute and we'll double your order free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Every caller today will receive our cutting cup to slice, dice, chop, mince, and measure as it cuts. Yep, you get it all for just $10.
To order Perfect Tortilla for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-309-9102 or order online at buyperfecttortilla.com.
One of the biggest upsets in playoff history. That's just nasty. Monster jam by Blake Griffin.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
NASCAR Nationwide Series in Kentucky is brought to you by Carfax. Just say, show me the Carfax. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com. And Viagra.
What a night here at Kentucky Speedway as Austin Dillon celebrates his first NASCAR Nationwide Series victory and also, in the process, takes over the lead in the championship standings after race number 15 of 33. There are the new numbers after tonight. 2 points to Elliott Sadler, 23 back to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Richard Childress in victory lane with our Dave Burns.
And he's been enjoying the photos and the champagne spray, but this is your grandkid. What's it like to see him win at this track in this race?
Well, I mean, it's great. You know, I'm so proud to see him. They put on a great run tonight, him and that whole 3 team, and Johnny Morris sponsored them. You know, without Johnny Morris helping getting him and Ty to the level they are, I don't know that we could have done it. So we owe Johnny a lot, and to win it tonight is great. And you know, just have to thank the Lord. Everything was great tonight. It's really a good run for everybody, and couldn't be more prouder. You know, especially your grandson. Like, that's really cool.
Of all the victories for you in the car number 3, where does this one stack up?
Well, it's right up there with the top of them. You know, I said on the radio to him now, I said, they'll be proud tonight. You know, I know he would.
Yeah, we believe he is. And watching this from above, and it's been a good night for RC. 33 ran good as well, and Kevin Harvick waiting to get his turn to congratulate young Austin here in Victory Lane, Alan.
Yep, Dave, Kevin finished in 3rd position, and now Austin becoming the first-time winner this season in the Nationwide Series. James Busher, Nelson P.K. Jr., now Austin Dillon. So, as we follow the race winner to the finish, we'll look back now at those who chased him most closely to the checkered flag. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, Kurt Busch just kind of limped home for second. The other good enough lead over Kevin Harvick with that engine on 7-cylinder.
Top 5 for Michael Annett.
Very good run for Michael Annett. I still cannot, it's hard to overstate how great of a race this was for Austin and his whole crew. The Stockman and all those guys, they really adjusted well to this racetrack. It is a tough place. You're going to see it. You saw it all night tonight. You're going to see it tomorrow in the Cup race. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the guys Austin beat tonight in this race will be fighting for the win tomorrow in the Cup race. So just a great night, great performance.
Well, let's talk to some of the guys who chased Austin to the finish line tonight. Here's Jamie.
Well, Kurt Busch brings it home second, a hard-fought second, and the joke was finally Busch brought it home without a scratch on it, but how much of a handful was it from start to finish?
It was a good battle. You know, we missed it early on with just being too loose. We were loose in qualifying, but Mike Beam, his experience, his leadership brought it back underneath me, and my first run here in Kentucky, I didn't know what to expect. So, yeah, the Monster Energy car was dialed in at the end, and yet we were still in the wrong zip code. Austin Dillon was fast tonight, and congratulations to him and Richard Childress. They were money. I mean, that's what it is in this game, and you got to be at that car perfect, and we weren't perfect tonight.
Well, we saw 2 Joe Gibbs Racing cars have engine issues. Of course, you guys are a triad motor, and you lost a cylinder right at the end. Did you have any indication, and what did you feel there with 5 to go?
Yeah, this felt like somebody pulled the handbrake, and it was a different noise inside the car, but, you know, those guys do a good job for us. Toyota has been a big supporter of Kyle and this team, and it's just amazing how far we've come, and we're putting ourselves in position to win. And so thanks to Monster, a bunch of their associates every week are with us, Kroger and those guys. I mean, we have a lot of distributors helping get Monster out there. So these guys are sweet, man. It's awesome to get us a podium finish for those guys.
All right, Kurt Busch brings it home second. Kyle Busch will be back in the car next week at Daytona.
Well, Ricky Stenhouse had a good car. It looked like, Ricky, you had a car that maybe could have beaten anybody tonight, but there was an issue on pit road. What happened?
Yeah, it looked like we went the wrong way on adjustments from what Mike was wanting to do. So I didn't know that till after the race. Our Sam's Club Mustang was a second place car there for a while and running down Austin, and then after we kept going backwards on adjustments, can't make your car better. So you know, it's great racing out here in the Nationwide Series. Congratulations to Austin. The first win's always exciting, and just gotta thank Nationwide Insurance, everybody on this Roush Fenway team. They work really hard. We're just gonna have to start getting better on pit road there. That's where we're struggling tonight.
What happened when you were coming in? Was there something on pit road when you hit? We saw the car slide.
Coming around, I guess the 40 car was in the box for, I don't know, 3 or 4 laps, and Mike thought he was going to be gone. Saw him set the left side down, so I kind of checked up a little bit, thinking he was going to go, and then by the time I peeled in the pit box, it was a little late, and just kind of ran in there a little bit deep and a little sideways there. So that's what happened getting in the box. Just a tough night for us. I think we had a car that could have made up some points tonight.
Ricky Stenhouse battles back for a top 10 finish.
Well, Kevin Harvick brings it home third, and your average finish here is third, Kevin. But first off, I have to ask you about Austin Dillon. I mean, your boss is his grandfather, and watching this unfold tonight in the 3 car.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's great for everybody at RCR. Austin works hard to do what he has to do to try to make himself better week in and week out, and to see it pay off for him is what it's all about. So he's going to be able to do a lot in this sport.
Now, this was the first of 3 races for you, and I have to ask, with your wife being due in like 2.5, 3 weeks, why the decision to do double duty? I know it's stressful on her.
Well, we make those decisions, you know, about this time of year for next year. So we got to get our cars running better. We ran terrible tonight. Just got to thank everybody from Hunt Brothers for everything they do for us, and we just got to do a better job.
All right, Kevin Harvick brings it home third.
And another solid night for Sam Hornish Jr.'s third straight top 10, comes home sixth tonight. We talked before the race about what you feel like you guys need to do to be a championship contender. You put another good result together tonight. How was the evening?
Yeah, Vince, we're just piecing together the best that we can right now. You know, we don't feel like we've got cars that we can win races right now, but you know, we can run in the top 10, run in the top 5. So we need to be smart about the things that we do. The Worth Dodge was very good early on in the run, but we just built too free throughout the run. So we didn't think that there was going to be this much green flag running, so we didn't get an opportunity to work on the car as much as we'd like to. But all in all, feel very blessed that we got a little bit of a cool front that came in, because it was sure hot earlier. And you know, I as always just thankful to be here and have a full-time ride and be out here in Nationwide Insurance for, you know, sponsoring the series.
We talked before the race about the fact that coming in 4 straight races, you'd scored more points in the series than any other driver. What's been that one thing that's kind of clicked for you guys? Because obviously something has happened. You're starting to put these good results together.
You know, we've seen that earlier in the year. We were running the top 5 and we would have some kind of a problem. We had flat tires or, you know, whatever, and it's always towards the end of the race. And you know, I'm just trying to be real smart about what we do out there. Make sure that we keep the car clean, even if we're not good at the early parts of the run. You know, let people go and just make sure that we've got all 4 wheels, all 4 fenders on it. I feel like if we keep being consistent the way that we are, and we find just a little bit of speed and take out some of our little snags, I mean, we're gonna be close to winning races. We're gonna get top 3s, and we're gonna have opportunities to gain points on the 3 guys that are ahead of us.
Yeah, job well done.
Well, thank you.
Sam Hornish Jr. 6th tonight, AB.
All right, Vince, thanks. And with Carl Edwards and Andy Petrie, and we were talking earlier, Carl, about what those last laps were like before you scored your first win in the Nationwide Series. The aftermath. What's it change for Austin Dillon now, based on your experience? Anything tangible?
Well, I mean, the next day after my first Nationwide win, I won my first Cup race. So I think for me personally, it gave me a lot of confidence. It made me realize that I could race with these Cup guys. I could run at this level. And that's something that, you know, no matter how well you run the Truck Series, you never really know how you're going to stack up until you go out there and get victories in the Nationwide Series. And I think it's a huge day for Austin Dillon and that team.
Yeah, what about Danny Stockman? He gets his first Nationwide Series win. You saw just how emotional he was to get to that next level, too. And it means a lot to a crew member, crew chief like that, making that next big step, and to do it with Austin and get his first win at the same time. I can just see how much it means to him, and he's got a lot of bright days ahead of him.
Parade of congratulations here coming into victory lane. Other drivers, fellow competitors, and so on coming in to shake your hand. I'll bet that's worth almost as much as the trophy.
Yeah,
not quite, almost.
It feels really good, and I think what you said about the Alan Stockman, and for those guys to come in and both be new in this series, 26 races in, to be winning, be leading the points, it's a huge accomplishment. It is so tough as a driver or a new crew chief, but to have 2 of them doing it together and to have this success this quickly is amazing.
Yeah, they believe in each other, and I think that's the thing that's going to take them a long way. That chemistry that they have. And Danny Stockman, he works so hard on the cars. I go down and talk to him, and sometimes it's hard to even just get in there to talk to him because he's crunching numbers. He's always working on something, but they've got a lot of wins ahead of them.
Hey, good luck tomorrow, and thanks.
Hey, thank you very much. This was inspiring to be able to come up here and watch that Bass Pro Shops car do well. And I have to say that we're thinking about a friend of mine who passed away, Samantha Morris. She's a great girl, huge race fan. I'm sure she was enjoying the race tonight from a better place, and we're thinking about your family.
All right, Carl Edwards, get ready to go tomorrow, and joining us tonight here in the ESPN booth. Lots more post-race coverage to come. Let's go downstairs to Doc.
Danica Patrick comes home just outside the top 10. Danica, a very tough racetrack, a very bumpy place. Tell us about your night.
It was just kind of really frustrating to sort of quite average night. Just never really felt like we were settled down and really like the car was in the track. It just, no matter what our handling issue was, it was just too much for the car to handle. It was either loose in or tight off, and even for the little bits of time where it was settled down and I had a decent balance, just couldn't drive it very hard. So I don't know. I think we're gonna have a think about the setup and just some of the things that we've been trying to see if, you know, you got to try stuff. So we're trying some different stuff, and maybe it's not so good, but at the end of the day, you know, we stayed out there for all of them. All, as someone reminded me, 198 laps for me. And, you know, we finished off the race. But congrats to Austin. It was, I envy his first win, but good for him.
Yours is coming. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Danica Patrick, 12.
Career best fourth place finish for Mike Lynette tonight. Got a nice congratulations from the King as well. That had to feel good. Richard Petty coming down. How good was it tonight?
Yeah, that's really cool. That's probably one of the coolest parts. The window net coming down, and he's the first one in the window. That's awesome. But the car was just really good from last night, this afternoon to tonight. You know, this pilot flying J Ford Mustang was fast off the truck and didn't do anything stupid all weekend, so you could keep making adjustments and be confident in them. You know, we watched the truck race last night, knew how hard it was going to be to pass, so we put some things in the car so we can move around, not really be stuck to one lane. And these guys, they deserve top fives, and it's a shame it took this long to get one, but this summer stretch are my favorite racetracks, and we know what it's like to run in the top 10, top 5 all night, and we just need to keep doing it. Can't thank Nationwide Insurance enough for allowing us to do this and getting ready to hopefully make a lot of money off those guys this summer.
Well done.
Thank you, Vic.
Michael Lynette finishes 4th tonight.
Michael kind of alluding to the Nationwide Insurance Dash for Cash that kicks off here very shortly. Daytona next week, next Friday night for the Nationwide Series, 7 Eastern time, and that's going to be a fun one.
That's the Subway jalapeno fresh
250. Very good.
That's a good Subway.
Good job.
I'll be having a Subway sandwich watching that race.
He even works the sponsor plug-in on the
You can get some up
upcoming
for the
race.
booth. I can get some sent up there.
New Hampshire, Chicagoland, Indianapolis, that whole Dash for Cash thing, going to add some spice to the pot, and we're getting ready to kick that off here very shortly in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Headline for tomorrow morning, based on tonight's race, Austin Dillon, first Nationwide Series win, puts the Richard Childress Racing 3-car back in victory lane. Danny Stockman getting a win as well. They're going to have a big celebration somewhere over these next 24 hours, I guarantee.
We are not doing it.
You've done Racy GoDaddy commercials before.
Yeah, but this is over the top. Thank you. We're here to promote GoDaddy, not be a part of some crazy stunt.
Well, we're contractually obligated.
GoDaddy girls coming to set. And everybody's staring.
See more now at GoDaddy.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you got anything from me, it's to find your thing and do you. Because we all know it's not what you do, it's how you do. And this is how we do.
People think because I spend all my weekends at the racetrack, my life is predictable. Actually, things are constantly changing. And whether I need to protect my ATV, my truck, a new home, cover my home away from home, having life insurance, or a growing business, with Nationwide Insurance, I can bundle them together and save. You can too, up to 25%. So call Nationwide Insurance today to bundle and save.
Nationwide is on your side. Call 866-500-5555.
It gets closer and closer. 2 weeks ago, Mike Edwards in the par lane won the closest finish ever by less than an inch. The thing is, no one was surprised. The closest finishes are the NHRA. 2 qualifying sessions tomorrow, final Sunday at 6.
Crew chief for Austin Dillon, Danny Stockman, said, "I feel like we can do it." They certainly did it tonight. Austin Dillon, the winner for the first time this season in the Nationwide Series by leading 192 laps. You know what that means? He didn't lead 8. I'd say that's a pretty dominant performance for Austin Dillon.
Pretty strong. Yeah, and realistically throughout the race, as we watched it unfold, the only guy that I thought that really had something for him was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He was very, very fast throughout the race. That pit stop, though, and I know we heard Ricky talking about the adjustments on the car. He's upset that they didn't adjust the way he wanted to give him the car he needed at the end of the race. But that mistake where he got wedged in and the crewman hurt his leg, the jackman hurt his leg, that put him so far behind and Austin was so dominant, he was never going to catch him.
What was interesting is it wasn't just Stenhouse that made a mistake in pit road. We saw Brad Kozlowski have a pit stop issue on lap 24. It dropped him back, and neither one of them were able to really make a run at the front.
No, they couldn't catch Austin Dillon, no doubt about it. It was his night.
It was.
And I tell you, he didn't get lucky a bit either. I mean, a lot of guys get the first win, they just kind of luck into it, field model, something like that. But this kid dominated throughout the night. And I guess one thing as I was watching him, it's amazing how much confidence it's built in him right now.
Yeah.
He really feels like he's arrived. He's a race car driver. He's won the truck championship. He's won his first nationwide race at a track that's really tough to drive, real bumpy out there, real hard to get a handle on. And he did that by working together with his team. So his team has got a great combination.
Yeah.
They're working together and they understand how to get that car handled.
Well, and what you really like about this young man is he's very humble. He works very hard. When he first came into the series this year, everyone was like, well, he's going to have the best of everything. It's going to be given to him. Well, he may have the best of everything, but you've got to drive that thing. You have to have some talent to do what he did tonight. Austin Dillon has a newfound respect throughout that garage area after tonight, I'll guarantee you that.
You know who else is a very happy man right now? Mike Dillon, Austin's dad, who's standing by with Dave Burns.
Hey, he's about the only one we haven't caught up with yet, Nicole. So, Mike, you always want to do better by your kids than you were able to do for yourself. You never won in this series, and now Austin has. What's the feeling for you like?
Oh, it's just incredible. You know, to come into this series and to win this quickly, I knew they were going to run good, but I didn't think they would get a win this quick. So very excited. I'm real excited for Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shops, Advocare and all the people in the car, and just the whole team. That nationwide shop we have right now is incredible. Those guys work together. All three of our cars are good every week. We have a shot to win a race every week, so it's a lot of fun.
Smiling and having fun down here in Victory Lane for Dad Mike Dillon tonight, guys.
Thanks. The Motorsports Weekend continues on the ESPN family of networks with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Route 66 NHRA Nationals qualifying at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on ESPN2 with the finals Sunday at 6 Eastern, also on ESPN2. And then next week, it's the Subway Jalapeno 250 at Daytona, 7 o'clock Eastern. Please join us on ESPN, and that is on Friday. Austin Dillon, the winner tonight. A far cry from his teammate and the gentleman who was the points leader coming into the night, Elliott Sadler, who finished ninth. Do you see this night as a momentum shift within the RCR organization?
I absolutely do. Whenever you can win, you got momentum, and they're going into the right race too. Daytona night race, that is an incredible race down there next week, Brad. And that 3-car, I've seen that thing at Victory Lane so many times, Nicole and Brad, down at Daytona. And I know Mr. Childress, and he builds some big-time horsepower, and that's what it's going to take next week. A great handling car, a good drafting car, and going to the next Daytona, next week they've got the momentum to get it done.
Well, absolutely. It was. We come into this season, we're looking at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as we go to the mile and a half. We got a bunch of them coming up. And his name has always been synonymous with winning. But like you pointed out earlier, I think not having that sister car has hurt that program, and they're really struggling. Elliott is really struggling. Hey, we got the Truck Series champion. He wins tonight. Could he be on the verge of winning a Nationwide Series championship and then moving on?
If he continues to perform like he did tonight, then why not?
He looked unbelievable.
I saw a lot of maturity out of Kurt Busch tonight.
Yeah, he did. Kurt did a good job.
Last week he was very mature out there and really drove that car good in that cup race. And tonight he drove that number 54 monster car really good tonight.
He did a good job.
And really impressive week. I saw a lot of cool guys getting it done out here.
So the last time we saw the 3-car in Victory Lane, it was Daytona in July. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was the driver tonight. It's in Victory Lane because of the young Austin Dillon, the grandson of Richard Childress and the new points leader in the Nationwide Series. Coming up next, Friday Night Fights, presented by Corona Extra. Congratulations once again to our winner, Austin Dillon. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. We'll see you next Friday.
Here in Kentucky, the big boys are in town, and they're looking for a challenge.
Back them up! Go, 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 go! I'm driving my off and take a freaking handful.
Oh, look out! That horse is headed for the bar. They're going to bring a caution out.
Lights are on. Show's about to begin.
This is the heat within which championship contenders are forged.
Car 3 to the checkered flag, Austin Dillon.